Hello everyone, this is Roxas1559, and welcome back to Ratchet Clank Future, a crack in time. Last time, we tackled the Corvus Sector's moons and side quests, finishing up the last of the side quests in the entire game, except for things at the Agorian Battleplex. In this part, we will be tackling the Agorian Battleplex's skill points, starting with one in My Blaster Runs Hot. What you have to do is you have to keep your blaster in a hot state for 1 minute. This is a skill point that is easily done at the beginning part for it. If your blaster gets fully filled up and has to discharge, unfortunately, you have to start the skill point over, so I have to start the skill point over right now. It's easy to do this skill point as opposed to, you know, the trophy that's related to My Blaster Runs Hot, which is the My Blaster Runs Really, Really Hot, which is to score 10,000 points in one session. Thing is, you can do this in two-player mode to make it easier. I'm not doing that. I decided to do it the, harder way by doing single player. Not that I didn't know that multiplayer did it. I did try multiplayer a few times. Didn't really work out too well. But we won't be getting the My Blaster Runs Really, Really Hot trophy until the next part. In this part, what we will primarily be doing is getting the skill points that I missed in some of the other challenges, such as the Gone in 60 Seconds. We will be getting Impatient Champion, which is to beat the entire challenge within 45 seconds. And then we will be taking out the Hydra tank with just a wrench in order to get the Praetorian Guard skill point. After that, there will be one skill point left in the Agorian Battleplex, and that skill point will be the Flawless skill point, which is to do the final mission in the Raritanium Cup with the what was it called? In the Raritanium Cup without getting hit once. That is a lot harder than it sounds. It took me about 10 hours to get that stupid skill point combined with the My Blaster Runs Really, Really Hot trophy. So I spent about 10 hours in the Agorian Battleplex. So, just need to get myself killed a few times, but at this point I was like, oh, you know what, why don't I go for the My Blaster Runs Really, Really Hot trophy? I'll be really cool, and I'll get it while I get the skill point. It'll all be good. Oh no, I was mistaken on that. I was very much mistaken on that. Right. There we go. So, really all I need to do is die, and then I get the, Master Blaster skill point, but I'm just being stubborn, it seems. Right. Oh, we got bombs. Bombs are bad. Those are what end most runs in My Blaster Runs Hot.
Anybody call for a ridiculously attack?
All right.
Savior?
Let us keep trying. We're at 2,000. Only another 8,000 to go. Fun fact, these enemies sometimes, well, when you rescue the civilians, they sometimes drop, what is it called? Extra lives, invulnerability, a blaster damage, or a screen nuke. It's very rare they drop the screen nuke, actually. So, I died, but we got the skill point, Master Blaster. That is for keeping our blaster in the My Blaster Runs Hot minigame in the hot state for 1 minute. Just to remind people. Alright, so all we have to do now is head to the arena entrance and tackle the next challenge, which is Gone in 60 Seconds. Now that we've got quite a bit of an arsenal on our side, I'm sure we can do it. So, we have to go to Championship 1. Championship 2 is the Raritanium Cup. We have to go to Gone in 60 Seconds, and we have to murderate everything. So, let us bring out the Doom Blades. Bring doom to my enemies. Right. Yeah, I can, because I'm already halfway done. Alright, running out of ammunition. Oh, we got a few seconds left. Let's bring out the Judicator. 2, 3, and there we go. Impatient Champion for beating Gone in 60 seconds in 45 seconds or less. Next up, one that still took me a long time, even though I've got like a bunch of health. We have to go to Triumvirate of Terror, and we have to beat the Hydra Tank with just our wrench. Now, I think you can do this in any challenge that has the Hydra Tank, but I recommend just doing it in Triumvirate of Terror, because that's the only thing you fight is said Hydra Tank. So, here's me looking around. I'm like, oh right, it's in the silver cup. Odd that they put 2 inside the silver cup.
All right, folks, let's see how fast Ratchet can take apart this Hydra Tank.
Spoiler alert, it took me about 20 minutes to get that skill point for the Praetorian Guard. So, that is Praetorian Guard, which means it is now time for us to tackle the new cup inside of this place. So all we have left is Flawless, which is inside the Raritanium Cup. And then we have I believe one more. So, first off, Fireproof. We get the last zonie of the game from this one. So, let us start with Fireproof. We have a time limit and we get 5,000 bolts. We have to prevent the pyro spinners from breaching the energy barrier. We get 5 pyro spinners that breach that, we lose. Good thing we've got ourselves a constructor shotgun. First things first though, we're actually gonna change up the Constructo shotgun with Galvanic. And we're gonna put on Lance. We are going to actually stick with double because the double barrel shotgun is actually good. And boom, 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 boom. It's always good to put on the combination I have right now because it increases your ammunition for this one to 25 as opposed to 20. You sacrifice a bit of damage, but that's fine by me. So we got to do this for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then we are golden. Could have sped this up in hindsight because this is all we're going to be doing. So, as we approach the end of the Ratchet & Clank Future Crack in Time playthrough, I need to apologize for how long it has taken me to do this project. This has by far been the longest Ratchet & Clank game, both in terms of how many total episodes it's going to be, because I've already recorded pretty much to the end, and it's going to be the longest time I've spent on a Ratchet & Clank game on this channel, which most of it is my fault because I've taken like 2 one-month breaks from this project, and then I've just been relatively slow with just uploads with it. So I'd like to take this time to sincerely apologize for it. 2017 has not been the year for my channel, to say the least. I have just been really, really bad with uploading the new content on the channel. Hopefully 2018 will be, you know, a better year for us. Wait. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. And Zonie Collector. That is for collecting all 40 Zonie in the game. Believe it or not, that actually unlocks something new inside of the world once we beat the game. Wait, what? You know, I'm getting a lot of glitches inside this playthrough. So, all we need to do now, fill up on ammunition and re-enter the tournament. But yes, collecting all the Zoni in the game actually unlocks one last thing you can do inside the game once you beat it. So, I'm waiting for the thing to actually show up because I'm like, wait, shouldn't that be showing up right now? But it's not. So, next up, Toxic Engagement. We get a Rhino 5 holo plan. This is the second to last Rhino 5 holo plan in the game. The last one being at the Nefarious Space Station. Literally right before you fight Dr. Nefarious, which is annoying. So, why don't we tackle Toxic Engagement? Well, I mean, I'm wearing a helmet. Also, like, are the rules for this, like, what is it called? Are the rules for this, like, oh, you just can't, what is it called? Use, like, an O2 mask? Because Ratchet clearly has that. He uses it on the moons. Kill this War Grok. Taking a lot of damage. Ooh, speaking of damage, there's some nanotech to help me.
It's the
Right, come on. I already had to do this with the goddamn Hydra tank. I can do it with a War Grok. Because the War Grok takes more damage and doesn't have as many bullshit, you know, touch damage, hit frames, and wonky hitboxes like, you know, the ever lovely what is it called, has. Alright. So, there we go. So, another Rhino 5 holo plan. One remains. So, kind of weird that the music keeps on cutting in and out. So, next up we have the final Constructo mod of the game in the Exterminator. Death by Tetramite. We have to kill all the gladiators with honey. And I think I die in this one and leave the death in. Only 3 waves, but pretty good. You just have to get the Tetramites on there. Just remember to always have a puddle ready afterwards, because the Tetramites will pretty much just instantly kill the Agorians. Makes you wonder how they got the Tetramite nest there. If, you know, everything's immune to it. Right. Odd that the music is playing now. Oh, okay. There I go. So, let's try the Exterminator again. I forget how many times I die in this one, because I think I forget a few times. Because this is one of the last challenges in the game, and we still have about 5 minutes left in the episode. And you can see the Tetramites do a lot of damage, even if you end up having, like, things. Surprisingly, they go after the enemies that have the nectar on them first, which is always kind of weird. Nope, stop moving. There we go. Die. 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 No. Die. Die. That is glitching nectar. You know, I will give Ratchet Clank Future a crack in time this. I may love it a lot, but it is definitely a glitchy game. It's definitely a glitchy game. Right, take that off. Put that on you. Don't mind me, just gonna kill some Agorians with some nectar. You know, somebody had to have had fun coming up with this challenge. All right. No. Yeah, rampage. Right. Destroy. No. You. You. And that is another challenge of the Raritanium Cup completed.
Ratchet does it again.
Indeed. So, the gunsmith. I couldn't read it for a second. The gunsmith. That is for collecting all 22 Constructo mods in the game. So what is our final Constructo mod? Well, it is for the Constructo shotgun. And it is probably the most devastating one of all. Galvanic, like, you know, Galvanic causes you to get paralyzed. Detonator causes explosions. Yeah. Explosions. Boom, boom. Oh, look, it's a boom, boom. So, let us now take on the battery bots on the battlefield. We get the treasure mapper for this. With the treasure mapper, you will be allowed to basically, what is it called? You will be able to see how many gold bolts are on a world, how many Rhino 5 pieces are on a world, how many Zoni are on a world, although you could already see that, and you can see the locations of them on your map. Kind of useless for me now since I have collected all but one gold bolt in the game, all the Constructo mods in the game, all the Zoni in the game. Yeah, I've kind of already done that. So the treasure mapper, ultimately useless. But this is for you if you ended up, you know, not following a guide, writing notes, or, you know, doing anything for a cracking time. I mean, it'll help you on your challenge mode playthrough if you need to do it during challenge mode. Right, let's grab battery bots, just throw them as they scream in agony. Okay, where's the next battery bot? There's the next battery bot. Right, where's the hole? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? There's the hole. And there it is, the last battery bot. It's kind of hard to see in all this chaos. Come on, where's the hole? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? There's the hole. And there we go. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we will be getting the last of the weapons in the game. See you all next time.